just as it was foretold by the keepers of the Historium Magnus, the prophecy has come true. As the last hope was to be crushed, Tran, clad in the divine armor of Donar, has returned to the world. His mind is focused, and his conviction is white-hot. The enemy has identified themselves and made their intentions known. Tran is determined to become the subject of their nightmares. Tran declares the formation of the Nephilim Army, a force with the ultimate goal of toppling the Empire of Archelaus and the cultists who have brought unspeakable tyranny to Tahnra. Embor. This expansive tundra is to be the first headquarters of the Nephilim Army. Reports have it that its former ruler, Duke Jeremir, has gone underground with what loyalists he could recruit, and that the Imperial presence in this region is weak. If Tran can defeat the local forces, Duke Jeremir will be able to overthrow the local governor and may become the first patrician of the Nephilim Army. I put it in post-editing or whatever you call it, but if a unit normally would cost more than 1 iron, however, it costs 1 iron now because of Industrial Furnace. The game it perfectly gives you all of the resources for units that you have and regain, or even just gain from new soldiers that join your army. Okay. And I'm not expecting this change to be made or anything, it's just I'm letting you, the player or viewer, know this. When I hire him just for his iron, I'm not going to get 2 iron for this. So by getting Industrial Furnace, future mercenaries also benefit from this technology? I don't know. Just letting you know that in the current version of the game, I am now buying less iron than I normally do. But that's okay, because I pretty much have all the iron I need up by this point anyways. Obsidian is a different story. So I do want these resources, and we do want Centos the Muse. As for these artifacts, we're going to go ahead and buy all these except for these 2 items here. The Obsidian Arquebus, I have a couple of them already. The Grandmaster Spellbook, I mean, I haven't found too much of a use for subtracting my armor and strength in return for magic. If I made an all-magic team, that's also a very good capture team, by the way, surrendering capture team. But yeah, that's about the only use I could see for it. In general, and it might just be my playstyle, but in general, I try to load people up on artifacts that give me capacity. So for example, we can see here that Jules is at 65 out of 67 capacity. He is just barely squeaked by. His lowest capacity giving item is the Elegant Blade, and if I can't even remove that, it by itself gives -3. So I would drop down to 64 capacity, so that's not even a thing. Imperial Battle Armor, -4, Ataraxia, -6. So my characters pretty much specialize in capacity giving items. Alright, it is by this point, and I don't want to load back further to try doing this, but geez, I wish I knew beforehand. I would have done it a little differently. Still, I guess I gotta take what I've been given. Okay, this is just a min-maxer me talking. I don't know how many min-maxers there are out there. I think in today's generation of gamers, or less so, because everything's auto-save this, auto-save that. With more people going to consoles and phone mobile games and stuff, or online service games, you don't control your own saves anymore, so the game developer decides when you are done. Older games, I guess, tended to allow for min-maxing and kind of encourage you to do so. In fact, it probably punished you if you didn't. Well, it's probably an oversight, but if I level the Lord, he's a level 23 Lord now. If I level up to 99, he ends up with 70 armor. But if I level up Captain to 99, he ends up with 80 armor. Alright, so here's the thing though. If I level up the Captain to 99 and then promote him to Lord through storyline events, he keeps his 80 armor. So I will always have a gimped Lord now. Not that there's PvP or competitions or anything, but that does, again, for me, the min-maxer me, that makes me feel bad. So that's just something I'm going to deal with, because I don't want to load and do back all those other missions. The missions themselves are easy. It's just that what you don't see is I'm saving, loading to maximize my surrenders and items. Alright, let's see what else is there. Oh yeah, we also get our soldiers back. Aside from, I use this acronym. I mean, you don't really need to. You don't need to make a mnemonic device for everything, but for me to easily know which characters I'm going to lose, I think of the term Laserin. It's stupid, I know, but hey. So Laser, that's a L for Lysander, S for Sybil, R for Raskuja, and N for Narima. I know, it's stupid, but these are the characters that you lose until a couple missions from now. So aside from those units, I have my whole army back. Let's see, what else is there? We got sports, so let's go and do that. I do think some of the romances fall off if you choose not to do them. Like maybe they're no longer working with the storyline. But for the time being, we have a choice of these two. We can do Tran and Diana, or do Diana and Stefan. But that's as arbitrary as the choices are. There's no plot development. This is essentially a visual novel with some battles in between each section. Anyways, we're gonna go with Diana and Stefan, because those characters have known each other for a very long time, and I feel that it fits. They cannot deny their destiny. Stefan, you kissed me. That was... Score 1 for Stefan. Didn't know I could jump that high. You silly man. Now you've gone and done this. All this time I figured I was just thorn in your side. I could have slipped past your watchful eye at a moment's notice. Been that way for years. You know that, right? Yes, I suppose you are right there. Well, Stefan, this is probably just another one of your flirtations, isn't it? Please don't play with me. You know how gullible I am. Diana, almost lost you. Up on that mountain. Only you would be so brave or crazy to do what you did. To sacrifice everything just on faith. Only a miracle brought you back. I am done being your minion. Submitting my resignation right now, effective today. What? Well, you are free to go, of course. Tran will be quite disappointed. I can't be falling in love with my boss, can I? I figure either I fall out of love and keep doing your dirty work, or I resign. Can't have both. You fell in love with me? Well, by the gods, yes. I'd never see another piece of gold again if it meant you felt the same. This ain't any normal kind of love. This love comes straight from the depths of my being, from the tips of my fingers all the way to this charming face of mine. I've seen every side of you, beyond the muscles, beneath to the warm, vulnerable, little dreamer underneath. Stefan, when you climbed that mountain against my will, I chalked it up to your impetuousness. Can you blame me? But you just wanted to protect me. Only from your own damn fool bravery. You have enriched my life so much, Stefan. Far beyond just being my personal spy. Your actions have won my heart. That speaks louder than anything. Do you think I could fall in love with a womanizer? Oh, of course not, my fair paladin. I don't know any womanizers anyway, do you? Not anymore. You're not going to go around breaking hearts anymore, Stefan. Do you see? This is what you are getting yourself into. Now that you mention it, it does sound like a real bugger. Oh, I see. Suppose it was a foolish thought. Oh my, come on, I'm just fooling around, lady. Just kiss me again. Diana and Stefan have developed a deep bond. Achievement unlocked. Matchmaker. We'll go ahead and hit the Bronze Arena real quick to make all my new hires loyal and make any class changes I might need. This is the chapter where your army almost becomes whole. I have 180 soldiers. Most of my guys are here.
Master Sergeant, awaiting orders.
Now, you can totally beat the game without doing this. I just want to exercise my might. I want to have teams of 9 heroes storming down upon the enemy and tearing them limb from limb. I want to be able to field units of knights and magicians, throwing glorious spells and mighty attacks left and right. So I'm willing to put in a little bit of extra work to make sure that happens. I would say that this is definitely not something you should do your first time, because then you won't really enjoy the game. I would say play on normal mode with no permadeath and enjoy it. Now, one of the things I'm doing is I'm watching YouTube videos while I'm grinding, essentially. So, like for example, during the previous mission where I ran 1,500 turns, I watched 2 different playthroughs of The Quarry. And right now I'm in the middle of watching a Bahamut Lagoon playthrough. So, I mean, it's not like I'm just sitting here staring mindlessly at this. It might be a result of people tuning in halfway through the playlist, but I have been asked how I get my guys so high level, so this is how. We're pausing at turn 500. I'm not nearly done yet because I'm still trying to get these guys to be loyal. So if we take a look at Jorg, who was a mercenary we recently hired, he's at committed, which is -1 capacity. He started at +2 capacity, which is bad. Then we brought him down to non-committed, which is +1 capacity. Then normal, which is nothing, 0 capacity. Then committed, -1 capacity. Next is loyal, -2 capacity. So I've been working at this for the past 500 turns, just having these guys attack over and over and over again. Over here, this is a new addition to my technique. At the end of the first turn, these 2 archers were left alive, so I have them attacking Barnabas. He's positioned in front of the castle, so that way people can leave and enter and exit the castle. And if I need to exchange anyone because his threat value is so high, I just make him retreat, and then I send out, for example, Zeteni the Undying or Percy or something, and who's much lower. This way I can easily exchange people if I need a class change or whatever. So let's kind of demonstrate how this works. First, with the samurai, because they do less ranged damage than, say, a raider, but I still want them to get tier 3 level up, so he's a samurai. We want to take shots at them. By the way, you'll note that their morale is very high. This is useful because with their morale being high, sometimes these medics get free actions like this, and they'll just keep healing more. But in the past, I beat them down. Maybe I guess it is helpful if I want to make sure that my medics stay alive. So when I say my medics stay alive, I have another squad right here in front of them.
I must be brave.
It's just nothing but a team of medics. So here's my team, and then here's their team. I will do absolutely no damage. But this allows them to top off, essentially. We can see that already, even without me using the medics, that they're pretty much in very good health. But I figure out, instead of walking back and forth in and out of the castle when they need a medic, I'll just leave this medic group camped here. Eventually, the medics will have twice the combat experience as the others because they attack, and then the enemy attacks, so that's 2 battles. Barnabas will also get 2 battles because the archers will shoot him, and so will these archers, so he'll get 2 battles. There are 5 archers here, and every time he gets in a fight, his team gets 5 XP. Whereas every time these guys get in a fight, they get 8 XP, and there's 8 of them here. So we'll end the turn, and we'll see what their turn looks like. And just by repeating this, I'm able to get my class experience, character experience, and if I need it, thievery gold. Mostly I'm focusing on getting loyal characters rather than getting level ups. So let's say I just hire a character and level him up 10 times. We might get something like 200 threat out of it. But if I were to get 10 leadership points, I could very well get another character out of it. So that'd be 2,000 to 4,000 threat. This should probably come as no surprise to you, but I've gone ahead and figured out how to calculate a person's threat value for strength, magic, skill, and leadership for each class. So for example, if I leveled up strength as a medic, it gives you less threat value than if I leveled up strength as a champion. But yeah, my campaign in Symphony of War has largely been dictated by leadership and capacity. So for example, if we take a look at this squad here, we have a Red Dragon Rider. He was a recent hire. I mean, not super recent, but he must have been because he was someone I was working on. Indiru is still being worked on. Irdiru, sorry. Then we had a Cutthroat Clock. Cloud Rider Ethelis. Oh, he's already loyal. Okay, that's cool. And then there was Jorg, which is I think in this group. Yeah. So basically, I'm just trying to get these guys to have a much better capacity. And in so doing, I can field all these large armies.
You got a plan?
Also cool is Barnabas, he's up to 156 leadership. The reason why I'm having him constantly get attacked is he has the mentor bonus, which allows him to greatly improve the leadership growth of subordinates. I don't know if it's exact, but I will say like these guys seem to get leadership bonuses twice as fast. So for example, this archer captain, and this is General Bison, he started out as a samurai, but I don't want him shooting back, so I demoted him down to fighter once he had hit level 99. He's not going to get any more growth. So him staying as a fighter is no problem for me. Anyways, he when I brought him out to this field in Bronze Arena, he was like 62 leadership. Now he's 72, which is almost enough to get 9 soldiers. Well, we can say he could probably get 8 or 7, depending on whether or not any of them are archers. So these are my various captains and so forth. Shock and Awe, that's a captain for prior arms units. A soldier captain, archer captain. So yeah, these are all captains of any sort, except this one's a field marshal, which, again, since I think you have to be a leader. Even though it doesn't say leader, you have to be a leader, I believe. The most recent build will relabel that to say leader. I'm not running on the most recent build at this moment, but I think I've figured out a way to do it. I'm not running on the most recent build at this moment because they changed the ending, and I want to showcase the ending they took away. I'm not saying like, oh, look what they're hiding. No, I feel that my purpose, or one of the things that I try to do, is to try to showcase the game. So yeah, that means it was an ending at one point. Why not show it? We'll go and do another round of this.
I can do this.
Welcome back. This is now 800 turns later. We have all of the characters fully loyal. It has taken me this long to get up to this point. Again, I'm not really so interested in their levels as I am my ability to raise my leadership as well as raising their loyalty. Cutthroat Clock, because he's Dark Affinity, he actually has a huge penalty to loyalty. He reached level 99 way before he was level loyal. I think he reached level 99, say, around like turn 800 or something. So he needed another 500 turns on top of that to become loyal. I did say that if I ever wanted to cycle out my troops, I would need to bust out Zeteni or Percy because they have about 5,000 threat. And these guys possess roughly 20,000 threat. Barnabas himself, because he's carrying all these people to train, has 40,000 threat. So they will always choose a trainee over Barnabas. However, since I am done here, we're going to go ahead and finish them off. So we're not actually going to cycle people out. Every character in this squad, aside from the Paladin, or sorry, Valkyrie, is a thievery character. On the next turn that I get to move in, we're going to attack with the full thievery squad and see what happens. I cannot send Barnabas out to attack these archers, because if I do that, they'll rush into the home base, I'll lose. I'll be okay, because I save periodically, so it's not like I would lose all my turns or anything.
Got all day.
I must be brave.
Unfortunately, the samurais and the rogue didn't attack, so I won't get thievery bonuses for them. But with the sorceresses, we reached 261 gold. That's roughly 50 gold a person, so if the other 3 attack, that would probably be up to 400 gold. Rank C. How pathetic. We have everything taken care of. Let's go ahead and deploy. Chapter 18, Emborian Dawn. After 1,000 years, the Nephilim Millennium War has resumed, and with Donar's intervention, we have new tools available to us in battle. Nephilim Battlefield Powers. These powers can be used at any time and don't affect the squad's turns. These powers can be used to teleport squads, render a squad invincible, drop a divine meteor on an enemy, and more. With my power, the power of Donar, is available. Let's try to use it. It will refresh any one of our squad's turns, allowing them a second turn within our phase of battle. Alright, so this screen is very busy right now, but we can take, if you ignore the background and all the units, let's try to look at the new icons. This is the only time you'll really get to see this menu. So Donar, this is going to be Devon or Lindley, the default names of the hero character. Your power here allows you to move again. Gauzes, that's Diana's power, is going to give you the ability to resist enemy attacks, as well as taunt all enemies into attacking you who are in range. Landis, that's going to be Stefan's power. It will allow you to teleport from one spot to another, probably within about 8 or so tiles, so not like all the way across the map, like from here to here, but more like from here to here. So it's good, but it definitely could be a lot better. It does allow you to maneuver through walls, however, so that is a thing. Cyrene, we do not yet have that power, nor do we have Ishtar. You will see that this little circle eventually starts to rise up like a potion that is filling, and when that circle is fully illuminated, that's when you can use that power. There are a few new things. First off, this is the updated version of the game at this point. So things such as weather, time of day will change, weather will change, and you can also move off of your movement range limit. I'll show you what that means in a second. Go and get things rolling. Also, the mandatory deployed characters, we can move them around so Tran doesn't have to just spawn in front of the home base anymore. I can actually pop them around. We'll just leave them right there for the time being, though. That's not a big deal. So, Zateni and Percy are going to be our flying decoys. So we're going to put Zateni here and put Percy here. Not that it matters too much. Then we have these three here, which will be my Kesha's Toolkit groups. The reason for this is, at a glance I can see, oh, these are my paladins. They must be my Kesha's Toolkit. Same thing for these two sentinels. Oh, these must be my decoys. And then we have our dragoons, which are kind of the varied stuff. I don't have two Landis' fixed dice. I don't know if I can get two, but right now I have Landis fixed dice and then Landis' Mirage. The fixed dice gives me better loot drops or more loot drops, whichever you want to consider it. I guess more loot probability. And Landis' Mirage gives me resistance to firearms and ranged attacks. Alright, so that is 10 out of 10. Let's go ahead and deploy. Alright, so in the past, if we were to try to move somewhere, let's say I'm going to hold down to the right, I can actually keep going through it. In the past, your cursor would be limited to this blue here. I think a good compromise, though, would be to have it stop here, but if I press right or whatever, I basically pass the border, then I go ahead and just keep moving. The reason for this is I do like having the option to just hold down the direction I want and travel there rather than missing my mark. So, I don't know. Other things to think about are the enemy stats, or anybody's stats, in fact. You can see their threat value. I can't move the mouse or the window will go away, but if you look to the right where it says Rolf, you can see his threat value is 35,000, light infantry, speed of 6, and his morale is good. So that is also new as of this patch. Now, on the far right, that is new only as of this mission because we have the Nephilim powers to worry about. Our mission info is challenge, use a Nephilim power. So you might have seen in this menu, we've had this power icon all this time, but it has never been useful until now. We have teleport. Again, this will let me move just a few spaces away. Exemplar, which will have all the enemies rush me, and Blessing, which will allow me to move again. Let's go ahead and see, how far can you reach? What right there is good for you.
I must stay strong.
Tran. Diana. I can't tell you what a relief it is to see your face again. I have proven a failed leader. Casimir is strong as ever, and almost all signs of the temple are gone. You punish yourself far too much. Because of you, all hope is not lost. It is my son. I fear I will lose myself completely if I lose him. Tran. Remember when you told me you would be my ally and no one I cared about would be left behind? Your son's out there, and I'll spend my last breath to help you find him. You shouldn't have to bear the burden alone anymore. You are Diana, the greatest paladin of all time, Nephilim Avatar of Might. Don't let the enemy forget that. Thank you. I could swear this is all just a night after far too much to drink, my friend. Seeing ghosts here. What's even more amazing is you're still in one piece. Sure, except I didn't come crashing down on a lightning bolt from the sky. What gives, anyway? Didn't you feel a certain energy up on that mountain before I arrived? Yeah, get all, tingly. Can't find the words for it, believe it or not. We've recreated Donar's arrival in the modern day. Stefan, the Nephilim Avatar of Speed, Skill, and Guile. It is difficult to fathom, but we've got more practical problems right now, don't we? Righto, Tran. I've got a blade that's waiting to send some Kotus to the void, and coffers ready to be filled with mountains of Imperial plunder.
I love this part.
Repent before the righteous.
The nice thing about these guys being flying now is even if the enemy surrounds me, I can just fly away from that encirclement, so I don't have to be stuck there. Now these units are still strong enough to completely eradicate these 4-man enemy teams. Thankfully, I haven't had a free action or a critical hit or anything that has resulted in their demise. Again, my entire setup is to try to get as many of the enemies to surrender as possible, but I'm obviously not going to go for 100% surrendering. Now, the one that's being attacked at the moment is Percy. He's the unit I've placed on the bottom. The Sentinel on the top, you can see here there's the difference. Percy's down here and Satini's up here. Satini was trained as a warbow for about 50 levels, so he actually has a huge increase in skill level, as in skill as in the speed stat. So he can dodge and critical hit with more probability than the standard Sentinel. So we have many of them stacked up over here. We just have to pick them apart.
Getting real thirsty here. Oh, sorry. Did you need something?
Am I needed? A paladin never surrenders.
The battle lies before me.
Bet you didn't see this one coming.
That's the only chance I've got unless I want to take another shot at him with archers, so... But that was a pretty good massacre of that army there, just sort of enveloped them. Alright, all of them surrendered. Excellent. I don't want to block off their ability to reach my sentinels, so that's why I'm not running back in. We'll attack and then withdraw back into the woods. Alright, all these guys are fully healthy, so we don't actually want to instigate any battles yet.
Time to act is now.
Not good. And that means that they could very well end up killing this entire squad. Yep. That's alright. I mean, I've already accomplished many more surrenders than normal. That cavalry on the right, he's running far south because he can't reach Zatini's squad in the north, which has higher threat than Percy's squad in the south. So he's thinking, if all things being equal, he might as well go for the lowest threat in the south. Manipulating things this way will allow you to move the enemy across the battlefield if they can't reach anyone. However, it's not actually what I want. I actually want him to go after Zatini. Now I just have to chase him down. I guess while we're thinking about it, I'm gonna go ahead and save and just show you what the new captain, now titled a lord,
Ready.
is capable of doing. So if we take a look at his title, and you'll see here that says lord. He now has Donar's presence, which is squads within 3 tiles are given a morale boost, but that's not actually the important part. The important part is that he
For my people, for my homeland.
shoots lightning bolt out of his fingers. Well, sword, I guess. So I'm gonna go ahead and load because I don't actually want that to happen, but I did want to demonstrate what his new power was. By plugging the bridge so they can't actually physically reach the bottom sentinel,
I love this
they
part.
have little choice but to run to west instead. The enemy will not think multiple turns ahead and stack up in front of the bridge.
Donar be with us.
Mid chance, will it be higher if I use you? No. Alright, let me think here. If I attack you with a volley of arrows, you are likely to get obliterated.
For my people, for my homeland.
Repent before the righteous.
Real thirsty here. Oh, sorry. Did you need something?
I might be able to just have a cavalry team with only one ranged unit and continually hit the enemy with charge attacks, lowering their morale through the charge attack function rather than through damage and killing off units. That might be something to think about. Did I not walk in there? Strange. I guess because he's guarding the town, but that must... Maybe it's a part of the new patch, or perhaps it's always been that way. I don't want to actually block the bridge. I want them to be able to reach Percy.
Where am I needed?
Maybe I just didn't have enough room for it. That's probably why.
A paladin never surrenders.
I must stay strong.
Oh, you can see that he has a heal revive ability. So the Lord also has the functionality to revive fallen members on the field as long as the squad still exists somewhere. So it's like a mobile temple, essentially. So you can see that my bars here are almost full. It looks like I might be able to use my Nephilim Blessing, which allows me to move again. Teleport is what I'm keeping an eye on. Once I fill that up, I can, for example, just teleport right across this river. So Stefan or Diana might not have to run all the way around. You can see also it's starting to become afternoon. So the game finally has implemented time.
Bet you didn't see this one coming.
Now I might be able to do more damage with target leader, but I want to try to not kill out these groups outright. Hopefully they won't decide to melee him. No, I can use charge and lower their morale further. I still want to stay out of range of these extra cavalry units. So that's why I'm not using, for example, this guy to rush over and attack and get a charge bonus. if I do that, he probably will melee me. So we'll...
The battle lies before me.
Donar be with us.
We'll go and use our power now for blessing. And try to take out this archer before he suicides himself on me. He might still suicide himself on me, who knows.
I love this part.
Teleport is not fully charged. It's a little hard sometimes to tell if it's fully charged or not.
Getting real thirsty here.
So now? Nope. Alright, so it's illuminated. I see that they've added a white halo there. Now, I don't know if that's always been there or if it's just part of the new patch. So I can now teleport, for example, Stefan right across the river. Oh, I guess I never did claim that iron, so we'll have to do that. I worried that I might forget by moving Stefan ending his turn there.
Time to act is now.
Repent before the righteous.
I think it could be nice if being inside of mines protected you from range 2 or 3 attacks.
Where am I needed?
Oh, sorry. Did you need something? Bet you didn't see this one coming.
Ready.
For my people, for my homeland.
Wait, which one are you? Let's see. You are the one carrying the Landness's Mirage, so we'll actually send you forward.
I must stay strong.
A paladin never surrenders.
I love this part. Getting real thirsty here.
Now to think about what to do with these guys.
Oh, sorry. Did you need something?
Might just leave him alone for a minute.
Bet you didn't see this one coming. I love this part. Getting real thirsty here.
Now we are at turn 8. I think I have 11 turns to get to the mission objective. Yeah. I've got 3 turns to finish everything off. Even though this is a flying unit, if I attack from off of the wall, only the dragon will attack. But they surrendered, so I'll demonstrate it on this guy, I suppose. So we'll do a target leader attack, just to see what happens. So only the dragon's going to breathe fire on this guy. Didn't take out the leader, but I mean, I got 2 dragon breaths in.
Donar be with us.
The battle
While we think on that, let's go ahead and hit the shot. We have Useless, a dragon, no special abilities, but it's a dragon nonetheless. A Nade mercenary, and then we have a Resolve water female character. I'll probably change her to a Valkyrie or something because she's water. And then we have Sunstone, Sunstone, and Sunstone. As for the trader goods, we have the Ibis family signet, which as of this patch no longer spawns in stores. Thing of Duros, which I don't think it works at the same time as the crown I was talking about earlier, which also has been patched, by the way. We'll go and buy up these things here. And I'm not really interested in Grandmaster Spellbook, so. Alright, now we need to think about what to do with these people here.
Oh, sorry. Did you need something?
Also, the heal mechanic has been changed slightly to make it easier to heal yourself in the field. We'll do that in the next round.
Bet you didn't see this one coming.
Hopefully you won't kill everybody. By targeting using aggression first, this keeps the priest busy from healing the sentinel.
The time to act is now. Ready.
Repent before the righteous.
Next turn is my last turn to capture the objective and still get an S rank. Take a look at the heal. So you can see that all these maximum heal healthy people are gray. Makes it easier for you to pick which ones. Now, she might still heal him, now that the hit sentinel is the lowest hit points. Actually, no, the rifleman behind him is the lowest. Well, dead now. He's got 4 hit points, unfortunately. But it's worth a shot. You are shattered, however, so we can still make you surrender. Not every boss entity will be eligible to surrender. "64 surrenders. Embor Palace, throne room of Duke Jaromir. Ah, we finally meet. The Duchy of Embor is restored thanks to by the Avatars. I take it you are Duke Jeremir? What the? Guess I look the part, huh?
Donar stands before me. How can I not kneel before you? You are here more than just a myth or a legend. This is the foremost moment in my life.
Alright. Let's just be people here.
You have come to our world to destroy evil. There is no other possibility. Please, allow me to join the ranks of your army, Holy Donar.
I don't have much of an army yet, but I know there are many people out there just like you, waiting for the opportunity to strike back. It's quite a risk. The Empire is going to want your hide.
My lands, my resources, and my own blade are at your disposal, Holy Donar. My soldiers are the most resolute in all of Viridia. Please, give us our divine mission at once.
Please don't bow to me. We are not the Empire, we're the free people of Viridia. Let's see what the famed warriors of Embor can do on the battlefield. Jeopardize library and laboratory. Stop! How did you get here? This is highly forbidden.
Is that so? I must have gotten lost. What's a girl to do?
Your father will hear of this. You cannot be in here.
Shut your mouth and do what you're told.
What? I don't have to listen to you.
You do and you will.
But...
Look at you now. You human males are all alike. With little effort, you're putty in my hands. Aren't you, my little minion?
What are you doing here, Beatrix? I wish you would leave.
Oh, you love this, almost as much as I do. I'm just indulging my curiosity. Here you are, all cooped up, studying all this prophecy nonsense. I'd very much like to see your work.
No one can see this. You won't even understand it. You'll ruin everything with your clumsy recklessness.
Are you questioning my intellect? Wait, just a minute. You're trying to provoke me now. Well, if it's going to be that way, I'm leaving right now if you don't show me everything.
No, wait. Please have a look around.
There you go. What are those scrolls there,
This is my transcription of the Historium Magnus. But it is a very delicate project. Please, I beg you, do not interrupt it or the translation will be ruined. By Donar, you're doing this from memory? Always the consummate bookworm. What's this map all about? That transcription is complete. It is the location of all 5 of the Nephilim shrines. If I were to retrieve the Historium Magnus again, the secrets within would...
No kidding. Well. Very good work here, Jebby. Good boys get rewarded, you know.
Rewarded?
That's right. Why don't you just look the other way while I study this map for myself? You wouldn't want to disappoint Beatrix, would you?
No, of course not.
You behave yourself while I'm away, my little Jeb. Farewell, until we meet again.